Okay, we got the truck repaired and it's back home. Time to clean up a few things around here, get ready to hit the road. Let's go. Okay, ready to get back on the road again. It's been a minute. So I headed over to Busy Bee. Let me go get some fuel. 99-cent discount on RTS card. Pretty good, I'll take it. Let's roll. So right up to here, everything was going cool. Then we got down there to pick up our load, and we had audio-visual difficulty. Our video equipment went bad. So we don't have any footage from the time I picked up until the time I went up north and delivered. It was on the way home when I finally picked up a little bit. It's about the time we had trouble with the truck once again. Check it out. Yeah, that sounded like a bomb going off. Coming across 66 in Virginia through those hills, loaded down pretty good. My foot was in it, so she had a lot of pressure behind her when that band snapped. So now I'm on the shoulder of the road, and I couldn't stay there. Had to figure something out. Ta-da! What do you think? So my thinking behind this, that was still stuck onto that aluminum on this end. I took the band off, used it on the other end, and wrapped some duct tape, strapped it up. And what's the famous saying when you put a ratchet on anything? That ain't going nowhere. So we kept our fingers crossed, hit the road, try to get on over to Fredericksburg, find some band clamps. up? Today's episode is about redneck engineering, also known as shit rigging. See, as independents, okay, there's owner-operators, there's leased-on owner-operators that lease on to these great companies that have all kinds of benefits that come along with it. Tire deals, shop deals, towing deals. But when you're a complete independent, that's your name, your numbers, there's nobody to call. And a large goal, a big goal of ours is to keep it off the tow hook, out of the shop, and get the load delivered without a claim, because that comes back on us too. So we're always trying to keep the truck going no matter what. And sometimes we do some pretty sketchy stuff. Whatever it takes to get the load delivered. These are turbo boots. And there's a lot of pressure on that tube and those boots. Sometimes they can fail. So on this particular trip, this failed. I just come off of Interstate 81 south to Interstate 66 in Virginia. And that's the Shenandoah. There's some pretty serious hills through there, and when you're loaded down, you're standing on it. And it sounded like an explosion, just a big boom, and all the power was gone, the hellacious whistle. And yeah, the boot had blown off. So I hit the shoulder of the road. As an independent, that's the last place I want to be, especially with a load on. So it required some quick thinking. We don't have a spare boot. We don't have a spare boot clamp, which is what broke. What do? This. Okay, so first thing I thought, I need something with a lot of pressure that can squeeze this and hold it on. A zip tie isn't gonna do it. Duct tape isn't gonna do it. How are we gonna get this thing sealed up and get it up the road until we can go somewhere and find a clamp? Well, since I jump back and forth from reefer to flatbed, I've always got some ratchet straps. And I thought, okay, I've got a ratchet strap. So the first thing I did was grab an older one that I could sacrifice for the cause. Well, it came with a hook on the end. So we grabbed the box blade. Always keep a box cutter with you. And we cut the hook out of it. Got the hook out. Now when you wrap this around, I didn't want it to cut into my boot. So we got to the end of our strap and cut us a piece off. And we wrapped it around here like so. And just enough to protect the boot. You get you a wrap on there. Now, when I'm ratcheting tight, I'm not gonna rip into my boot. Sounds far-fetched, and I wasn't sure it was gonna work. But before I did all that, trusty duct tape, never leave home without it. I wrapped some duct tape around here. Sealed it up, protect from air leaks. Sealed it up with the good old duct tape. Wrapped a little protection around it. Wrap this around it. And the reason for cutting the hook off is so I can feed it to itself. So I got that fed through there and made a little short loop. And just pulled her tight. I crossed my fingers and took off slowly, steadily, putting as little pressure on it as possible to get up the hills. So I went, the farther I went, I heard no air sucking. And before you know it, I had made it from Interstate 66 near Front Royal all the way down to 17. Made it through Opal, kept going south on 17 all the way to Fredericksburg, Virginia. Got to Fredericksburg, Virginia, and this is where I found a Advanced Auto Parts. Hit the shoulder, went in, grabbed this. I even grabbed a spare, just a regular old hose clamp, just for some extra, which is not necessary, but after it blew off the first time, I wasn't going for it again. Walked over to Advance, fixed it. We're good to go. Redneck Engineering, guys. Never would have imagined. I could go on and tell some great stories about some of the crazy shit that's been done on the side of the road. Think what you want. Baling wire, duct tape, zip ties, you name it. We don't sit on the side of the road. It's a really bad day when the truck has to come and tow us. Get it off the road. An empty wagon. All is well. Worked out. Let's go get the next load. See what happens on this trip. Well, there you go. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. We got the load delivered. We're over here checked in to get our next one. Truck is repaired properly now. Thanks to our homemade band clamp that I created out of a ratchet strap. We were able to get somewhere, get the parts, repair the thing, move along with the load, get it delivered on time, safe and sound. And now we're on to the next one. Never give up, man. Where there's a well, there's always a way. Redneck Engineering. Sometimes it's the best engineering. Truck 'em up, y'all. See you on this next trip. Hey, if you like my content, please hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Truck it up.